the dream really has been all about the fact that one day technology will reach a state where fitness becomes part and parcel of what technology can deliver. And then came that one little thing which we all started wearing, a fitness band, and we all thought, yes, this is the holy grail. This will take us to the level of fitness that has never been done before. They called it body hacking because now everything that you did with your body, everything to do with fitness, every single step you took, every calorie you burnt, every workout that you did, got some kind of a measurement. You were able to hack into your body and know how well you slept, what is your heartbeat, how many steps you took, how many calories you converted, and how many you burnt. And then everybody thought that wearable will make the entire world a very fit place. Did it, or did we bark up the wrong tree? We're about to find out. Every one of you already knows Mandana Karimi, model and actor. Please give her a big hand. She's our first panelist that has already joined me. Joining me next again is another superstar in the world of fitness, Coutinho, author and master coach for Goki. Luke, great to have you, Luke. Come sit. Another superstar. She is a coach to all the superstars. Literally anyone you can think about in the movie industry comes to her because she is that good. I will let her tell you who all are part of her portfolio and personal friends who come to her for coaching. Yasmin Karachiwala, celebrity fitness consultant. Yasmin. Great to have you here, Yasmin. Come, please take a seat. So I'll tell you one person that I do know she does a lot of coaching with. It's also a person that she ditched me for. She and I were supposed to be doing a contest together online. And we were trying to see, and she said that, listen, I don't want to compete anymore because I'm having lunch with Deepika Padukone. Is that right?
No, it was Katrina.
Oh, Katrina Kaif. Okay, all right. So listen, I mean, you know, I get confused between women that look like that. So
now,
yes.
If I had to choose between him and Katrina, who would you have chosen?
Of course, I mean, come on.
Sorry.
For you, the answer should be me. Okay. Dr. Rajat Chauhan, sports exercise medicine and pain management physician and author. Rajat. Welcome. Come. Let's find out how many people here right now are either wearing or plan to wear anything which is a wearable fitness device. Either wearing one right now, it could be a watch, a smartwatch, or are planning to wear one. Anybody? Just raise your hands. Okay. So keep those hands raised. Don't let those hands go away. Okay. So can I just ask you to just come forward? Yes? You. Yeah. You. And keep those hands raised out there. Okay. And the lady in the pink. Yeah. So I'll tell you what, the reason that I have the two of you here is that you two represent exactly the kind of technology and fitness amalgamation that most people talk about. So I'm going to give away the first prize of a fitness band. Whoever does the maximum amount of counts, according to my technology, of number of push-ups on stage. We can get any and one of them to give you. Luke, a quick demo of the perfect push-up. Okay, now look at that. Right there. Wow, perfect in every which way. Give him a big hand. That's the perfect push-up. His nose literally is and his neck is not moving at all. All right, let's go. Remember, if the nose touches is when I will actually count it. 1, 2. Okay, stop showing off, yaar. Ho gaya, yaar. Excellent, fantastic. You want to give it a shot? Of course you can.
Come on.
You've got to win this. The two. You're a winner, you're a winner. Great to see that you guys use technology. Thank you so much. Let's get started. I set this up by asking and setting this entire stage out here of how the holy grail was supposed to be that when we saw technology measuring every movement of ours, the world said, that's it, we don't need anything else. We now can measure exactly what each person does, amount of calories, amount that you won't need to burn, the number of steps, the amount of miles or kilometers you need to walk every day. Let's find out from each of you how much of tech and fitness comes into your personal life. I'll start with you, Mandana.
So I started wearing the Fitbit for, I think, a couple of months. But it made me so conscious of counting my steps, what I eat, where all that. So I decided to stop wearing it, and I don't wear it anymore. And I mainly start listening to my body, how I feel, and if I feel I've done enough exercise, then I was good. But then again, getting back to your question about technology, I start training EMS, which is helping me a lot. And instead of working out for 60 minutes or 45 minutes, I do around 28 to 30 minutes of EMS, and is just giving me the fantastic result, to be honest.
Rajat, you're of course known as one of the people that uses a lot of technology in fitness, okay, but also is kind of against the whole idea, right? So which is the real Rajat?
So I started using polar heart rate monitors way back in 2003, 2004. Used it regularly for a couple of years. But as time went on, I think we all evolve as people. You don't need a machine or like a watch to tell you how your heart rate is doing. I used to be able to tell my pace of running 10 seconds difference. So like, hey, am I doing a 4:15 or a 4:30 or 4:45? I could by the feel of it. And there's a very good study that's come out recently saying about breathing is more important rather than looking at the heart rate. So if you can actually be aware of breathing.
So Yasmin, almost the same question for you. Who's more fit, Deepika Padukone or Katrina Kaif? Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I'll come to that later. No, we will put her on the spot on that one, but not right now. So Yasmin, personally in your life, tech and fitness, how much of a role does it play?
So I think, like, I've been wearing the Fitbit for a really long time, and it helps me because when I'm training, and I teach a lot of Pilates, after about an hour, my watch tells me you have 170 steps to take because you've not completed 250. So even though I'm standing all the time, I'm not moving that much.
Correct.
So it's a great reminder to tell me to move.
Goki may be one of the more revolutionary things that has happened recently because they just took something which is a wearable and then created an ecosystem around it that I think is no one else in the world has it. Would you say that it's the data and the technology that enables it all, or is it the entire ecosystem? What, according to you, is the more important factor here?
I think it's the ecosystem because we have enough of wearable technology and people get data. But what do you do with the data once
Correct.
you have it? Data
Right.
just remains data unless you utilize it the right way. So I think in the ecosystem, you have a coach who can look at your data and, based on your fitness goal, they can guide you. Because it's really not just about getting steps. People get steps, but their hydration levels are still low.
Right.
They get steps, but they're still roaming around with vitamin deficiencies. So it's not about steps, it's about getting steps in a body which has the right vitamin levels, the right amount of rest and recovery, the right nutrition going in. So people use bands, and we have data coming in where they say we walk 10,000 steps every day, but we don't lose weight.
Correct.
And then we look at their nutrition and the answer's there.
Okay. So we've established where each of them stand in terms of their own personal fitness and how they use technology. But I want to know, Mandana, from you, you obviously were a person that looked pretty fit, but suddenly you've become extremely into this entire world. Like, it is brand new. I haven't seen this part of you before. Yeah. What suddenly got you so motivated that you hit fitness at this level? Is there an objective? Is there a purpose? Is there an awakening one day? Something usually happens to trigger it off to this level.
Yeah. I always had a problem with cardio.
Okay.
I don't like running. And I don't like treadmills because I like to run outside, and in Mumbai, unfortunately, there are not many parks, and it's really tough in Bandra to run around. So I never could achieve my goals as the way I wanted, like the abs and, as you said, being really healthy. So I think playing football, it just helped, and I started loving it, and I play 5 times a week.
Wow.
Well,
not right now, yes.
not right now, but...
now just once a week, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes I think we miss the wood for the trees, that we think technology is only about wearing something which is a wearable. There's so much of science and technology that is being used and has been used for years. Whether you talk about steroid use or abuse as part of science, at least it taught us not to use it. Right? So there's a lot that is out there. So are we then sometimes just putting too much pressure on one device, because technology in fitness could be a huge plethora? So anything else that is you're very excited by? Mandana told us about one part of technology she uses, which is not something the normal general public uses. Anything else?
See, shoes is very, very interesting what's happening with shoes right now. So the bigger sports brands, I'm sorry, I'm just putting it out like the way it is. The bigger shoe brands, companies that are there in India, there's a very big shift if you see in the brand ambassadors. They aren't your elite performance-specific sports people that they're after. They're looking at people who are big on social media, who are participants, average, below average, could be above average at times. What they're trying to get to is the masses. So when we talk about steps is a great point. But listen, 10,000 steps isn't enough. That's the minimum we talk about.
Right.
So it's a great idea if I can get a grandmother to even walk 3,000, 4,000. But the point is...
But you know, Rajat, before you even take it forward, we've just skipped what may well be one of the biggest myths, and I'll come to tech myths before. A lot of people who are not even wearing a wearable device, for some reason, and they even use their phones, everybody in the world thinks that 10,000 steps is some magical figure, which I think just came out of nowhere. Somebody just concocted it and said, it's great. But it has become one of the greatest facts, according to most people. Can you bust that myth for me?
Totally, totally. So, see, what happens is, it's the basic that we need to be doing. It's no magic number, really. When you go to class, you're in class 1 for 1 year, and then you go to class 2, even if you scored only 65%. When you push it harder, you get better. So if you stick with 10,000, seriously, after 3 months, it's not doing any good for you.
Okay.
We need to really appreciate that. We have to push the boundaries again and again, mental or physical or combined or emotional or whatever it be.
Okay.
That's a very big issue when we stick with numbers like that.
Obviously, there came a time in your life where one day you decided that fitness was an important thing for you, personal objective. Of course, the coaching and everything else must have come because a lot of people would have a lot of interest in knowing how did you get started with where you are today. Where did that come from? Was it just you really interested in the whole Pilates and everything else that you do? Or did you start with coaching as an objective?
It actually happened to me by fluke.
Okay. Sometimes the best stories come from there.
I started when I was a teenager, and I was forced to actually join a gym with a friend.
That means you started just this year?
Just about 2 years back. But a friend of mine forced me to join the gym because she wanted to lose weight. She was dating a boy, and I was the laziest person ever. I would not even get up to get myself a glass of water if I could and ask someone else to do it just because I didn't want to walk up to the table. But she forced me because there was this great deal happening in this new club where 2 people could join for the price of 1, and she wanted to pay half. I went into the aerobic class saying, oh, this is totally up my alley, only to discover that I was really bad. Very miscoordinated, uncoordinated. When people were doing knee-ups, I was kicking. I injured a couple of people. Unlike Mandana, who did it on the field, this was in a class. I was so annoyed with myself that I kept going back to the class to get better and, to feel good about myself. The instructor was sick one day and asked me to take her class. She called me and she said, can you take my class? And I said, I don't know how to. As I did it, I realized I enjoyed it. People started asking a lot of questions that I couldn't answer because my knowledge was very limited. So I started learning more about fitness to be able to help them, and that's how I'm here. And I think what gives me the most satisfaction is teaching people the real meaning of what being fit is and how to achieve that, rather than doing something what Katrina Kaif is doing to look the way she is, You need to know your own body, work with it, work with yourself, and get there.
Okay, great. And I think a great inspiration as to how somebody can, a lot of people out here would be very interested to know how that happens. Luke, the same question for you also, because I've seen a lot of things change for people. Just like Yasmin said, there was a time when she was so lazy she wouldn't actually get up for a glass of water. Look where she is today. Again, there must have been a time in your life when you weren't this Luke, right? What is it that inspired you? What is it that one little, was it one incident? Was it a spate of incidents? Were you always like this? How does it come about? Because it's a great inspirational story to hear that people can so dramatically change their lifestyles.
I honestly don't have a story. I've always been this way. It just makes me feel good, and I like doing things.
I mean, you had these muscles when you were 2 years old?
When I was told, ask my mom about it. Maybe a little less than now, no. No, but I don't really have a story, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't have a story. It's, we've been brought up in an environment of fitness, spend a lot of time in Goa on the beaches, so, you're without a shirt. It's normal. You just get into that culture of being
Actually,
fit.
I think that would be a great inspiration, that if everyone here lived in Goa and had to spend time on beaches with no shirt on, I think it would inspire a lot of people to say, okay, these things hanging, no, I need to do something about it, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's one inspiration for sure, yes. Okay, great. Now I'll tell you what, let's take this now and take it to several notches up. It's time for quick fire, okay? So I'll come to each of you, same question, but you have to answer immediately, okay? Ready? Yep. All right. Most fit, okay, no, I'm starting from this side.
Sure.
Most fit Bollywood person, female.
Katrina Kaif.
Okay, most fit Bollywood person, female.
Katrina
Kaif. Okay, that's 2.
Pass.
Pass? No, there are no passes here at all. I thought there's some Bollywood
No.
actor or
I
actress
can't be
known
on
as
an
pass.
NDTV show and get into trouble.
We'll edit this one. This one we'll edit, okay? We have to know, this is a personal opinion. They will not hate you for it.
Shilpa Shetty.
Shilpa Shetty, all right.
Shilpa.
Shilpa Shetty. So it's 2-all. So let's do a quick show of hands for who beats who. No, we'll do. Most fit Bollywood person, male. You cannot say Salman Khan.
Akshay Kumar.
Akshay Kumar, okay.
Amir Khan, maybe?
Amir Khan, okay.
Akshay Kumar.
Akshay Kumar.
Akshay.
So Akshay wins this one, hands down. Okay. According to you, and this is just personally your own fitness part, not to do with any high-fi this thing. Greatest fitness myth.
The crunches give you a six-pack.
The number of people who how many hearts and crunches broke right now? Do you realize all of them who were thinking, after very, very inspired talk out here, I'll go outside as soon as I get a small break and do a few crunches, you just broke their hearts. But he's absolutely right. Crunches cannot give you a six-pack.
If you weight train, your fat will turn into muscle.
Okay, yes, a very interesting one for sure, yes.
More is good.
More of which?
Exercising, so there's no recovery. People don't recover enough.
Right, correct. So this is, again, you're breaking the heart of all the big guys I just met who do 7 days a week of gym.
If they don't get up fresh in the morning, that's a problem. So there's not enough recovery.
Right,
yes.
so recovery is far more important. In fact, that's the building block, right? Mandana.
If you do a weight training for 45 minutes, you're allowed to have protein shake and your meal and eggs and boiled eggs.
Yeah, another one of the connecting the exercise to the food part of it, right? My last question, which is the add-on, is, so is it true then that everybody who in Bollywood who's got a good body is on steroids? Okay, again, I'm just kidding. I don't want that answered. I don't want all my dreams broken. Okay, we're going to go with the first person out here.
I'm a dancer myself and I gym regularly as well. So, the thing that I face is gymming has helped me transform my body as to the goal that I want. But when I dance about 3 to 4 times a week, I feel a lot fitter. I mean, it's something that, emotionally, as you spoke, that gives me that sense of fitness, and I feel more energetic even after my class. Whereas gymming, yes, has transformed my body and achieved my goal in terms of what I want to look. But then, yes, I don't feel that fit in terms of the stress levels or the emotionally and mentally. So what's a good mix of
Before you get some really good professional advice from them all, can I give you some advice?
Yeah.
When you're live on TV in a show like this, never ever say that you're a dancer.
Because we have to see whether the dancing is really relaxing you or agitating you and people around you.
Give him a really big hand. He deserves the best answer now possible. Yeah? Stay here. We'll give you the answer right now.
And you gym because you want to build muscle as well as dance. And do you stretch after your gym session?
Not that much as compared to the dance.
Can you increase stretching and cut down gym by maybe 15 minutes and put that time into stretching? And do you breathe when you gym? Is your breathing appropriate? Because a lot of times what happens with people who gym is they don't breathe enough, so you're not oxygenating yourself.
Maybe the person who's disturbing your sleep, maybe can have a chat with her a little bit more about not disturbing your sleep. All right, thank you so much. This has been a wonderful conversation. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Your dancing was amazing. Thank you so much. Take a seat. Thank you, Mandana. That was absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Rajat. Thank you, Yasmin. Thank you, Luke. Please give them a big hand. I think this was very reflective on the world of fitness and technology coming together. Thank you so much. As always, fantastic speaking to all of you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.